Warning: failure to follow the instructions contained in the package and to watch the Surefoot DVD could result in death or serious injury. Hi, I'm Wendy Murdoch. I'm the originator of the Surefoot Equine Stability Program and the designer of the official Surefoot Equine Stability Pads. We've worked really hard to come up with a product that's going to be working well for you and your horse. But there's always a risk involved when working around any horse, and so it's important to keep yourself as safe as possible. Please be sure to read the instructions contained on the inside of the insert sheet and to watch the DVD thoroughly before beginning Surefoot with your horse. It's really important to keep yourself safe and have a good time, so please adhere to these warnings. Here's
And she does. She gets rushy and quick.
Oh,
she?
yeah.
Yeah.
When I first got her, she paced. She would not walk.
Wow.
It's like.
So if she steps off, just let her, okay? She has to choose to want to stay. We're not going to force her. It doesn't matter. Just walk a little circle and come back. Because we know she liked the pad.
Yeah.
Right? We put her on the pad. We know she liked the pad.
Yeah.
And so now the question for her is, what do you want? You want to be worried or you want to feel comfort?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
she likes comfort. She
exactly.
will choose it.
So we're going to conflict the nervous system with
Just
this
let
choice.
her go, or...
Yeah, because I can't hold her
Okay.
and you can't hold her, right? She gets very itchy.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Easy girl.
So she's really different once you're on.
Well, it's like, you know, like you got her in that space and then she lost it.
Yeah,
like,
that's okay.
so
Just walk a circle and come back. Because she stepped on the pad for a second. It's fine. And I'll offer it to the right front.
Just that coming in and out, you know, at what?
Yep. And she walks off, it's okay, let her.
Good
so you
girl.
feel she pushes off that pad, doesn't she? Okay, instead of resting into it. And just come back again. And I think, yeah, there's a little breath. And I'll just see if the right front again. There, that's much softer picking it up.
Her shoulder was much softer.
Yep. It doesn't matter how long she stands on it, okay?
Okay.
So
no, it's definitely having an effect each time.
Exactly, and just let her walk and walk her all the way around once and we'll move back again.
It's interesting, this work we work such a similar way with the horses. I really appreciate the way that you work with them. Because
thank you.
Most trainers...
Yeah, there's a little puppy breath there, huh?
Most trainers don't recognize those signs at all.
Well,
and they just blow right through them, you know? Steady.
I think that most horses are already pushed so far that they can't learn, and that what we have to do is bring them down. And this is what I've learned from Surefoot, is that the horses are already, even if they appear calm, they're already pushed. And so then we push them harder and we drive them into self-preservation. And what we need to do is to bring them down so that they can learn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And with her, she's looking at self-preservation.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take care of myself.
When she's worried,
she doesn't necessarily think about taking care of you.
No, not in that state. When she's in her other state of we're bonded, she does care greatly about.
Yep.
And
but what we have to help her do is be able to choose to be in that state of relaxation. Like, I think of it as toggling the light switch.
Yeah.
And every time I put her on the pad, I flip it into parasympathetic, right? And then she goes back. It's like the stock market, up, down, up, down, up, right?
But it's less.
Exactly.
And it's
quicker. This is the longest she stayed on the pad.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll just let her stay as long as she likes. If she walks off, we'll let her walk off. Because she has to choose. Our job is to show her how to choose, right? Give her the options.
Good.
Yep. And just notice what she's like there as she walked off.
She gave her ears back to me and she softened and then she walked off. Like she didn't just
scoot off. And the neck is lower and the walk is slower.
And she didn't push as hard on it.
Right. And see, that pushing hard against the ground, I think, is what knocks her out of balance.
And she gives that spin off of it. Yeah.
Yep. Because in order to bolt or spin, they have to push against the ground.
Yeah.
This leg came up way softer that time.
Very much softer.
It's all right, doesn't matter.
Good girl. Actually, I realize we're...
And I'll just see, sometimes if I do both front feet, then it's like
"Ooh."
switches something. But she kind of stopped herself there, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She's ready for it. Okay.
It's all right. Just walk a circle and come back.
And what made you go to the softer one versus the
I'm
firm?
actually still on the firm.
Okay. But
I haven't
what do you
changed-
call the orange one?
The impression. Those are the
Oh.
stiff ones. They don't have any spring back at all. So I wanted the stiffest pad I had to start with so that she didn't feel surprised if the pads had, you know, I took away all the spring.
Oh.
Not a girl. That's okay. So it's like kind of vacillating there, wasn't she? Just come back again.
Did you start her with orange ones?
I started with the impression
Okay.
pads, yep. Because I didn't want any spring back.
How did you know when to go to these?
How did I know? Because she's...
Years of experience.
Yeah, years of experience, but it just seemed to me like she
Try
was like,
something
okay,
different.
I can stand on this pad, but I thought I wanted to give her a little more softness and comfort. That's
Easy.
okay.
No biting Wendy.
So I'm not I'm not stopping her, I'm just grounding.
Connecting.
Yeah, I'm just saying, could you stay here, right? Instead of, you have to stay here.
Right.
And if she walks through me, I'll let her walk.
Uh-huh.
But you can see we've got a lot of breathing changes right there. Yeah. Right?
Good
a lot
girl.
Of little eye blinks.
Yeah, she definitely starts blinking when she starts opening
And
her
she's
heart.
really not sure how to pick up this foot, and I'm going to be as quick as I can. There we go.
What is that?
It's all right, let her walk. Notice what's different.
A lot.
Yep, let her walk all the way around once.
Steady. Come back.
And you can almost feel her trying to decide.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Right? Do I
Clearly.
want to go to
Good.
grazing? Very nice. She
Yeah.
wasn't sure, was she?
No.
But the thing that I trust in, and this is what's important to know, is that horses seek what's called homeostasis, relaxation. They will reset. The question is, how long will it take?
Yep.
So when you went to that show and she got so anxious because of the sound system, it took her a really
She was-
long time to come down.
Yeah, if I'd have known the T-touch then, I think it would have been totally different.
You know,
Yeah.
it's okay. But my point being that, you know, eventually she did come down, right? Might have been a day later, might have been a week later.
It was too long. It really stressed her out.
But
and-
eventually they do come back.
Yep.
And what we want to do is see, can we help them find that homeostasis quicker, easier, more available to them
Yeah.
so that they can get to the place that they're designed to be, which is relaxed.
beauty and grace and
Yeah, they're not designed to live in fight and
Fear,
flight
yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, we aren't either, but we drive ourselves there.
Yeah,
Now you have to sit a
sorry,
little
sorry,
quieter,
sorry.
okay? Because her balance is really
Right,
tentative.
sorry about that.
That's
Gosh.
okay.
I think when I feel her shift, then I'm like, oh, I got to shift. I keep doing that. And
Yeah.
Need to make sure I don't do that.
And we're going to do this a couple more times, and I'm going to let you take her for a trot, okay? But very nice. We've gotten to the neck down, the grazing. She's stopping herself now,
Yeah.
right? She's stopping and kind of waiting for me.
Good girl.
That's nice checking into the pads. The eye just really softened. You know, there's the, do I want to get anxious? And it's okay for her to look to see where her friends
Yeah.
are. I don't think that it's necessary for her to be 100% focused on us. I think it's reasonable to say that she is concerned about her friends and needs to check out where they are.
Sure.
So that she can feel reassured. Okay,
Yeah.
they haven't left,
Yeah.
right?
Nobody's leaving you here.
And even when it appears that they're
Good girl.
really distracted, like here, right? She's still really paying attention to what's happening with her foot on the pad.
It was almost like sometimes when she reaches around, she has her ears back, like she wants to nip my boot.
Yeah.
But that time she was like checking in with my, like she was almost like her ears were forward and she was like, hey mom.
Yep. So we're just going to let her, and I'm not going to move too much either because she follows me too. Right, we're just going to let her sit here and feel that she almost walked off, didn't she? There was almost this,
Yep.
I got to leave,
She thought about it.
and then she caught herself. And even when they're over there like that, I know they're still sensing these pads.
her breathing is changing.
Yeah. So even though it appears that she's not paying attention, she's looking at the horse in the arena, she's still very much with us.
She is. She's releasing.
Yep.
Good girl.
Nice. That's interesting. She stepped up behind but didn't walk off. And yeah, really careful now, huh? And that's lovely. And look at the difference in the neck. So we're just going to let her sit here for a second because feel all those breathing changes?
She's learning.
And then since she stopped like this, I'm just going to see if she wants a pat under the back foot. Okay. So I'm just going to kick this pad back a little bit, let her know I'm coming. Stroke down her leg. She just rearranged, no big deal. I'll just rearrange the pad a little bit. And it's, you know, she hasn't left, right? So she could leave because neither one of us are stopping her. Just going to see if I can guide the foot to the pad. Like that. Now, it doesn't matter that it's just her toe. And the eye blinks. There's our lick and chew. All right, so go for a walk.
You want to make her go?
But just, you can let her sit for a second. Because that's such a different outline,
is.
isn't it? Like she grounded.
Yeah, she totally did.
All right, now just quietly ask her to walk off.
And walk on. Walk on.
There you go.
Good.
Just notice what that feels like now. Yeah.
She put her ears back to you like, wait, don't take them away.
Well, I'm going to switch now to softer and see if she wants something different.
No, she definitely watched you like, hey.
So this is the soft pad. And look at how soft the eye is, right?
Yeah.
It's really relaxed.
Easy.
The leg is the easiest I've picked up so far with the least tension. Still a bit of toe tapping.
Easy.
And I just have to, okay, so she's just resting on her toe. And if she snaps the leg up, I just guide it back down again. I don't force it, but I just kind of suggest. And she stepped on the back of the pad, she's kind of flipped it up. No big deal. Eye blink, lick and chew.
Good.
Yeah, it's kind of reorganized it herself, kind of went a little too far the other way, so I'll just help her. There we go.
How's that feel, baby girl?
And then I'll do a lateral pair. So I'll just come back here, and she's already picked up her back foot.
Do you do the lateral because she had more of a lateral type walk, or?
I'm doing the lateral just because she gave me this right back foot
Already.
pretty easily.
Okay.
And so I'm just saying, hey, how about this right side?
Yeah.
Okay, and she's just resting the toe, big sway, right?
Yeah.
She hasn't put the toe down yet, the foot down. There's a breath. And you can feel the swaying, right? There she dropped right, and then left.
Good.
Yeah, and she slid the pad forward, and that's not unusual. They'll slide the pads around where they want them.
Okay.
Okay, she's still just her toe resting. And I'm just gonna suggest to her that she put her weight on it. Just gonna come to the tail head and just gently bring it toward me a little bit. She just presses with the toe, which is, it's totally okay. And I'll just do that a couple times. And so what she's doing is she loads into the toe, but she's not putting the heel of the foot down.
A lot of times when I'll do the body work, when she really starts to open, she'll give me her hip. I call it giving me her hip. Like she'll do this because she'll let me kind of do the T-touch in some of the muscles that are, so maybe she's thinking like.
It's really hard to say what she's thinking,
I don't know,
you know?
exactly.
She's just kind of like checking it out. But she's really clearly resting. I'll just ask her again. We'll just come around on her buttocks a little bit. Yeah, what she does is she kind of pushes with that toe. There we go. And there she loaded up onto it. And that's okay that she walks off. So it's kind of interesting when she got the weight into the whole foot, it moved her off, which is just interesting. So go for a walk. So I'm going to do the lateral left to compare that to the lateral right.
Okay.
So let's just have you change direction. No, wait. Yeah, so you're facing this way. Because we've already seen that she puts her left front foot down more
easier.
Yeah, more clearly the whole foot. Where she pushed with the toe of the right front and she pushed with the toe of the right hind. Again, I just have to guide the pack. It's all right if she goes for a walk. There was a huge breath there.
Good girl.
Yep. Just come on back again. What's nice is she's looking there without reacting.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of leg. There we go. Yep. But it's nice to have her sticky rather than flighty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not a good...
Nice, big lick and chew.
Good girl.
She stepped a bit wide with the right hind, much softer and easier on the left front. Gives me her left hind. Had to rebalance a little on the right front. I'm just going to slide it into position. Again, she's just resting her toe.
Okay.
And then I'll just suggest, that's okay, she walked off. No big deal. So I'll try this one more time.
Yeah.
And then I might actually change to the slants behind.
Okay.
Because there's something about the way she
might want that.
And that got easier and easier. It's okay. You know, there's a vehicle coming from that direction past her trailer. So
Do you know? Okay, I was gonna say she can move the muck cart so they could get by if needed.
Yeah, but my point being is there's a little bit of distraction.
Definitely,
Car coming in from the different directions.
Oh. But she's got the choice now of how to, you know,
right,
whether to go back.
It's okay.
They're there.
Needs to check in with her friends. So what we see here is that she's just thrown the switch back the other way, right?
A little bit, yep.
And then she came right back.
Mm-hmm. It's like she needed to make sure they were still there.
Yep, because there were disturbances in her world.
Said, I heard a truck, they might have left.
Yep. I'll just wait for a sec, it's okay. She needs to check what's going on.
Good girl. Yeah, Paloma. Good girl. Good girl.
Leg very soft.
Yeah.
No biting.
But she went to bite you, and then she's like, no, I don't want to bite this lady.
Yeah.
She's like, no, she's helping me.
Just gonna wait. You know what? I think I'll just do the other front foot.
Okay.
I'll just back up a little bit to what we did before. She hasn't put the weight on it yet. There we go. You can feel just little sways, right? Yep. It's so cute.
She
because
does that thing with her tail when she's learning
well, she's
something.
so torn between the comfort and her friends that bring her comfort, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can see her like going, well, this is nice, but they're nice. They're familiar,
Yeah.
but this is nice, right? And so you can see that conflict in her between the two ideas. Let's offer her some slants.
Are we too far away here, Stephen? Or are we good? Okay. Come this way.
Yeah, but hear that breath?
Yeah. She's like,
So
okay.
there's this choice that she's starting to make.
Yeah, because she was like,
Yeah, like it's
and then she was like,
okay.
okay. Is that too far?
So I'm just going to see what she thinks of the slants under the back feet. I'm just waiting for her to lower it down. It's come down about 3 inches away. There's the right hind.
Good girl. Good girl.
It's okay. Oh, that's interesting. She pinned her ears a bit.
Uh-huh. When you stroked her,
Oh, okay.
not at first.
Not from the pad.
Not that I don't think, yeah. She was kind of really distracted about what was going on in the barn, and then I think the stroking, like I said, she's just been a little touchy today. She wasn't. I think the back.
That's all right. All right, why don't you go, because you can see that she's hit a
Trot a
point where
little.
she's, yeah, we're going to go trot.
She's been a little disoriented, yeah.
Yeah, we know she likes the pads, but she's not sure right now. So that tells me that, we need to give her a break.
Yeah.
So let's go for a trot, and then we'll see.
And stay with
She may
this
be
color.
done,
Uh-huh. Yeah. She learned a lot.
So
Good
just
girl.
stay behind these 2 sets of cones.
And on the quarter line.
Yeah.
Good.
That's nice. You feel the shoulders just changed
Oh,
there.
yeah. She almost wants to stay on the walk.
Just be a little encouraging.
Come on, girl. To run. Good girl. Let's go. Good.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah. Trot. Trot, 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 trot. Good. Good.
How's that feel?
Good. Good.
There we go. Yep, and continue.
Good. Yes. Good girl.
And like I said, I always look at that as like an aha, like a light bulb
Oh,
moment.
yeah. No, she's really.
Yep, and just easily change direction, and we'll trot a little the other way.
Good. Come on. Sorry, I went off.
It's all right.
It's okay.
But you can feel her trying to make a decision there,
She
didn't
was
she?
definitely trying.
And then she chose
Good.
relaxation.
Good.
Good girl.
Good.
Nice. Feel the trot just got better there too.
Uh-huh. Good girl.
It's like she needed to test out her new wheels.
Yeah.
That's actually getting better, isn't it?
Yep.
And you can change direction if you like.
There. Good. Come on.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, actually, when she starts to move nicely, she moves nicely.
Yeah.
But you cannot tell it when she's moving like she was in the beginning. Good.
Right. But what you can see is that she's going more and more toward the soft place instead of the stiff place.
Yeah.
All right, bring her on back over again. Now that she's had a chance to feel that. I'm gonna once again offer the slants behind.
Is it easier if I'm to the side a little, or?
Every angle is good.
Okay.
It's all different. Much easier to guide that foot to the pad.
Yeah.
It's okay. She's not sure about this leg, is she? This is the one she's the least.
This may have been where her stifle injury was on that one.
So it's so cute because she starts to pick up the leg, but then she walks off. So let me do this.
I call it like her shy girl. Like she's like,
that's okay. She can stay there.
No, and then she's like, okay.
I think if I do, it's the left hind. If I give her a soft pat under the right front.
She's learning to love the surrender. Like she's been falling in love with this surrender to softness and lightness and grace. So.
Well, the thing is, horses don't start out anxious,
right?
You know, I mean, there's the rare horse that you know something isn't quite right, but the average horse that's born, they're born in relaxation, and then things happen to them just like people, and they start to hold on to those habits.
Yeah.
And in her case, you know, watching her trot and seeing that really nice soft trot that's in there, we just have to help her get back to that original message, right?
Yeah.
And if they don't know how to get back, then we create a new pathway.
Yeah.
Right? Where they learn how to get back to the original setting. I don't feel like she's quite done, but I don't feel like I've kind of hit the combo that she's looking for.
Right. Yeah, no, she's still, I think she's still wanting to learn.
So there's a slant under the front foot. And we'll see. Yeah, I want to put this under your left hind. Yeah. And so it's what's really interesting is you can see that all the other feet I can put a pat under, but when I go to that left hind, that's the one she always moves away from. So, you know, I'm not going to continue today because to me it seems like she needs, I'll do something simple to finish.
She needs the option
but
to
she
say
needs
no.
to process this, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, in another session or two sessions, I think that she'd like the pat under that foot, but for whatever reason today, it's not quite possible. It's totally okay, you know, because they get to vote. That's the point.
She will learn from that. Even
well, and the fact that we don't
learned.
Make it a big deal
Makes it
right.
a better
but we
experience.
do keep saying, look, this feels delicious, right? This feels so good. And if we focus on the this feels so good, she's gonna want that everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Nice looking
Good girl.
We haven't had anybody yawn today. A lot of times I'll get some
You
really
missed it when I got off Bugs. He was, and he wasn't filming, but he was just like
yawning like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see that when I come back to there's the swing, right, and the licking and chewing and the softness, that she clearly likes this, but there's something about that hind leg that makes her worry. So when I was at Equitana, Surefoot was up for the Innovation Award, and I was doing 15-minute demos at Equitana in Germany. I had a horse that he looked totally quiet. He was standing perfectly still, but somebody gave me a heart monitor. And so this was on day 6 of 15 minutes a day with this horse. And I started out not being able to approach his rear end at all and only being able to do his right front. And by that 6th day, I could do all the feet. But with the heart monitor on, when I went to the right hind, his heart rate went to 118. When I was at the other feet, it was 40.
Yeah.
So clearly there was something about something that happened with that leg that even though the horse never changed expression, his heart rate shot up to 118.
Yeah.
And then when I put the pad under the front foot, it dropped right back to 40. So with her, it's a very similar feeling that when I approach
something there, yeah.
the leg that she's concerned about, she can't stay, and yet clearly she likes Surefoot.
Right.
Right? We can see by
She's
the
not
expression.
saying no to the whole experience.
That's
She's saying
right.
yes, but she's saying just give me a little time with that one.
Yeah, like we need to just take the time
one step at a time, yeah.
and let her process. And honestly, if we saw this horse again tomorrow, I can almost guarantee that I would be able to do it, because they process in their rest. They process in the sleep time.
Yeah.
And that's really, she doesn't have enough processing time today to be able to integrate this information and make that decision. So just go ahead and take her for a walk. I know now she wants to just stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all right. Just ask her to walk off.
And walk on.
Yeah, that's
Feel
really
better on the
sweet.
pad, huh? And walk on. Good.
Yeah, she clearly likes it, and she likes the soft.
Good.
Yep.
And walk on.
But it does help you, like, I'm not a veterinarian, so I can't diagnose issues, but it certainly gives us big clues into what's going on.
Definitely.
And I tell people, if the horse gets worse using the pads, then what we've done is take away the compensation and brought out an underlying issue that was already there. The pads aren't going to make the horse have a problem. It's just going to show us what's going on.
Yep, yep.
And there's a few cases where I've had horses that absolutely refuse it. And you got to honor that.
Yeah.
Whether it appeared that one of them was a neurologic horse that was undiagnosed. And later was diagnosed. And it was very clear that he couldn't handle the unstable surface.
Yep, he knew it.
There's been other horses that have been really liking the pads and then had an injury and really didn't want the pads until a certain stage in the recovery.
Oh, wow.
So the horses really do.
They know.
Yeah, and they know their body better than we do.
That's right.
Yep. So why don't you go for a trot just one more time, and we'll just see what she looks like now.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Good. Good. It's funny, there was a little acorn that fell in the woods, and she almost was like, maybe I'm gonna get spooky again.
And then she did let it go?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
The neck is so much softer now.
Yeah.
Nice. And then change direction.
Good girl.
Nice.
I can't tell whether she wants me to sit or post, but she almost feels like she wants it a little quieter.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. 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 Good.
That's good.
Good girl.
So tell us what you noticed with this horse.
It definitely helped her come into that grounded space where she's connected with me and you or whoever her handler is very quickly. And giving her that freedom of choice is part of the pathway that I've pursued with her, and it's built more and more trust in her, but today she built a lot more trust.
Yeah.
And she had had that stiffness and tightness in her shoulder right front intermittently, and I could tell it was bothering her as well as her hind end. And she's 20 and has a bunch of different old injuries, so this definitely started to help her find that softness.
Yeah, she just zoned. Feel it? Yeah. She just like,
good girl.
Yep, feel this way. She just hit the zone.
Good girl.
Yeah, and she got distracted, but she just so there's this, after you get to the parasympathetic, a lot of horses will go even deeper, and they look tranquilized.
Yeah.
And they'll close their eyes and they'll just sway and rock and look totally dreamy. But they're totally present. And that's the interesting thing, is that's where I say that, I think so many horses are pushed and we have to help them come back down in order to learn, because we don't recognize that they're already anxious.
Right.
Right? Most people see it as behavior and the horse as being a bad horse, but really it's an anxious horse. And if we can help them come back down to where they're not anxious, then they can learn, and then they can perform, and they'll show us.
Connect.
Right, and we can connect.
And we can learn, most importantly.
Yeah.
We're the ones.
Yeah, because you can see it in her face. She's really just going into the zone. So this has been terrific. I mean, this is, a really nice horse to have, because she shows us how you can use Surefoot when the horses are nervous or anxious, to show them how to be able to switch their own nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic, from fight and flight to grazing. And, she still needs to check in with her friends, but you can feel it. It's so much less committed, and then she's like, oh.
It's just awareness. It's not
yeah, that's right.
Panic.
They're there over there, but really this feels so good, and I just am happy to be here.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. So thanks for helping out. It's
Thank
been
you.
Great.